So you know how people say there are no new movie stars? It turns out that that's quantifiably true. A recent survey asked people to name up to 5 actors that would make them most interested in seeing a movie in theaters. Here's who gets butts and seats, starting with number 20. Chris Hemsworth, Morgan Freeman, Angelina Jolie, Robert Downey Jr., George Clooney, Harrison Ford, Adam Sandler, Ryan Reynolds, Sandra Bullock, Keanu Reeves, Kevin Hart, Johnny Depp, Leonardo DiCaprio, Will Smith, Julia Roberts, Denzel Washington, Brad Pitt, Tom Hanks, The Rock, and Tom Cruise. This group has an average age of 57 and a half years old. Only 4 of them are in their 40s, and only one is under 40, Chris Hemsworth, but he's 39 and he turns 40 this year. He turns 40 in August. To me, this list seems like maybe a bastion of the old monoculture days when everybody watched the same thing. So a lot of these stars that were big in the 90s and the early 2000s were able to become ingratiated into the minds and hearts of Americans. As to why there aren't any younger stars on the list, I think that there's a twofold answer. One, I think the franchises and the IP itself has become the attraction, the reason you go see a movie. So for example, you might go see Captain America and not Chris Evans or Anthony Mackie. And 2, viewing habits have just become splintered. No one's watching the same thing anymore, so how can we all agree on who the top 20 stars are? It's interesting though that when you break this down into demographics, you do start to see some younger stars emerge. So for example, the Gen Z participants in the survey, they did have Tom Holland and Zendaya in their top 20. I don't know if there's a solution to this, if there needs to be a solution. Obviously, movie theaters would want movie stars to get people to go see movies. And until some of those emerge, which they might not because our culture is so splintered, I think we're just going to see more and more IP that actually gets people interested. So like, for example, the Super Mario Brothers movie, Mario is a movie star. That said, Mario was invented in 1981, which makes him 42 years old.